Hello children, I hope you have completed all the problems of exercise 10A. Let us recall and revise the topics that what we have discussed till today in the chapter arithmetic progression. We started our class by understanding the term sequence. So a group of numbers which are arranged in a definite order following a certain rule is called as a sequence. With many different examples we have understood what do you mean by a sequence. Then comes to the actual concept, that is arithmetic progression. An arithmetic progression is a sequence of numbers in which each term can be obtained by adding a certain quantity to its preceding term. Arithmetic progression is a type of a sequence. Then when it comes to the arithmetic progression, so in an arithmetic progression the terms are marked as T1, T2, T3, T4 and so on up to Tn. The meaning of T1 is first term, T2 means second term, T3 means third term and so on. T1, that is the first term in an arithmetic progression, is represented by an alphabet A, small letter A. Always the first term is represented by A. And next comes the difference, that is D. The difference between two consecutive terms is called as common difference and is denoted by the letter D. Common difference means that is the difference of two consecutive terms in such a way T3 minus T2 can be the difference, T4 minus T3 can also be the difference and so on. So, and the nth term of an AP is Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. That is the formula that we have used to solve all the different types of problems. And the terms of AP are represented as A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D and so on. So by using these concepts we have solved the problems. Now let me give a quick revision about the types of problems which we have solved in exercise 10A. If you are in need of it, just note down in your classwork children. The first type of problem what we discussed is to find out which of the following sequence are in AP. So the sequence were given, we need to recognize whether the given terms are in AP or not. What was the procedure we followed? So in between the given terms of the sequence we identify what is D, that is the difference. If the difference between the terms were same, it was said that yes, the given sequence are in AP. If no, they are not in AP. Later we started solving our problems to find out the nth term for the given AP. AP was given in the question. We used to find out the 24th term or the 30th term or 100th term depending upon the given values in the question. So what procedure we followed to find out the nth term of an AP? So for the given AP, first we should write what is A and what is D and what is N and use the formula Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Later the next type of problem what we learnt is whether we need to cross check whether the given term is in the sequence or not. E is 300, a term of the sequence. E is 525, a term of a sequence. That means sequence was given, AP was listed out, the terms of the sequence, whether the given value will belongs to the AP or not. So in this case what we did, by considering the given value as Tn, we tried to find out the value of n. If the value of n is a whole number, then we can say that yes, this value can be a term of the given sequence. If the value of n is not a whole number, if it is in a decimal form or a fractional form, then we have to say that no, this term does not belong to the given sequence. And the next topic what we discussed is which term of the given, the next topic is how many terms are there in the series and then which term of the AP is so and so. So how many terms are there in the series? In this question, in these type of question, sequence will be given and the last term, nth term Tn value will also be given in the question. By using the Tn, we need to find out n. Similarly, when we have to find out which term of the given AP is so and so value, procedure is same. Here also the given value should be considered as Tn, and we have to find out what is n. The next topic what we discussed was the nth term from the end of a finite AP. If A is the first term of AP and its common difference is D, and n is the number of terms in it, then the rth term from its end was calculated by using the formula n minus r plus 1th term from the beginning. So by this we have solved all the problems of exercise 10A. In this there are mainly 4 terms: A, D, N and Tn. So after reading out the problem, we have to list out what is given, what has to be calculated, and the formula is same, that is Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. But how to use that particular formula has to be learnt over here. So let us move on to the next exercise 10B. Here also we will be using only one formula, that is Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. But depending upon the question, let us see how do we use this formula to solve the given solution. So exercise 10B, question number 1. In an AP, 10 times of its 10th term is equal to 30 times of its 30th term. Find its 40th term. So we need to find out the 40th term, in the sense I need to know the value of A and D. Instead of value of A and D, it is given that 10 times its 10th term is Tn, 10 times 10th term is 10 into Tn. This value is equal to 30 times of its 30th term. 30th term is T30. So 30 times its 30th term is 30 into T30. So substitute the values of T10 as A plus 9D and T30 as A plus 29D. After doing the simplification, you will get A plus 9D is equal to 3A plus 87D. Try to simplify the equation further. Then value of A will be equal to minus 39D. Represent A in terms of D. As A and D both are unknown values, either you need to find a solution A in terms of D or D in terms of A. Here I have taken A in terms of D. I got the value A is equal to minus 39D. So in the question it was asked to calculate T40. So T40 is equal to A plus 39D. In the place of A, substitute minus 39D. Minus 39D plus 39D gets cancelled. The value of T40 will be equal to 0. So there is one more method which we can apply to solve this problem. Move to the next slide and observe over here. For an AP, if m times the mth term is equal to n times the nth term, then its m plus nth term will be equal to 0. That means to say 10 times T10. So 10 times T10 is equal to 30 times T30. So T times the 10 plus 30 value is 40. So if you have these type of problems, that is what is the number of times that should be equal to the particular nth term, in such a case you can rewrite this relation and the result as directly 0. So T40 will be equal to 0. Either you can apply the first method, or with this relation stated very clearly, you can apply the second method and find out the value of T40. But this relation and this formula can be used only on a condition basis if you have the given values as m times the mth term. So here 10 T10s, 10 are same. 30 T30, 30 are same, and we need to find out T40. 40 can be obtained by 10 plus 30. Only if and only if this condition is followed, we can apply this particular formula and the method. Otherwise, we need to solve the given problem in the previous method, what we learnt in the previous slide. Question number 2. How many 2-digit numbers are divisible by 3? Here AP is not listed out. Condition is said that how many 2-digit numbers are divisible by 3? So let us understand which are the 2-digit numbers. So 2-digit numbers values ranges from 10 to 99. So from the numbers 10 to 99, which are divisible by 3, the first number which is divisible by 2-digit number divisible by 3 is 12. As they are divisible by 3, common difference is 3. List the AP: 12, 15, 18, 21. So what is the last term? Last term 99. 99 is divisible by 3. So the AP will be in the form of 12, 15, 18, 21, dash dash dash. The last term is 99. In this AP, what we have framed: value of A is 12, value of D is 3. Consider Tn as 99 and find out the value of n. Apply the formula Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Then value of n will be equal to 30. Question number 4. Which term of AP 5, 15, 25 will be 130 more than its 31st term? So instead of giving particular value, the value is given with a relation. Before, how we used to get the problems, we have solved problems in such a way that which term of an AP 5, 15, 25 will be 130, will be 180, will be 160. By that time what we did, that what value was there will be, we considered that value as Tn. But here that value is again given with a small relation. So which term of an AP will be 130 more than its 31st term? So list out what is given. A, value of A is 5, value of D is 15 minus 5, that is 10. Tn value is T31 plus 130, that is the meaning of 130 more than its 31st term. So you can solve this problem in 2 steps, or you can directly consider only 1 step also. I have solved only in 1 single step. Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. In the place of Tn, substitute the value T31 plus 130 is equal to 5 plus n minus 1 into 30. So how do you represent T31? That is A plus 30D. Value of A is 5. So 5 plus 30D plus 130 is equal to 5 plus n minus 1 into 10. So try to simplify, then you will get the value of n as 44. Question number 4. Find the value of P if x, 2x plus P and 3x plus 6 are in AP. So 3 terms of an AP are given. We need to find out the value of P. So if the terms are given in AP, we know that its common difference between the terms will be same. So consider D1 is equal to D2. Calculate D1 as T2 minus T1 and D2 as T3 minus T2. As the given terms are in AP, I can accept that D1 is equal to D2. By this equality, value of P will be calculated as 3. Question number 5. If the third and the ninth terms of an AP are 4 and minus 8 respectively, which term of it is 0? So this problem is also same type. Which term of it 0 means Tn value is 0. By considering Tn value as 0, we have to find out the value of n. But to find out the value of n, we need the value of A and D. How to find out A and D? A and D values are not given in the question. Sequence and the terms are not given. Instead of the terms, the values are given that T3 is 4, that is written as A plus 2D, and T9 is given as minus 8, that is represented as A plus 8D. So you will get 2 equations. Solve those 2 equations, and value of D will be equal to minus 2 and value of A will be equal to 8. Move to next slide. If value of A is 8 and D is minus 2, consider Tn value is 0 and find out the value of n. Hence we can say that 0 is the 5th term of the given AP. Question number 6. How many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 87? Same like second problem what we solved. First let us find out the range of 3-digit numbers. So 3-digit numbers are from 100 to 999. So numbers which are divisible by 87 will be, the first value is 174, because 87 ones are 87, which is a 2-digit number which you cannot consider. 87 twos are is 174. So my first value of an AP is 174. Then add 87 to the first term. The second term is 261. Then what is the last term? As 999 is not divisible 87, find out, use your divisibility test knowledge and find out what is the last term which is divisible by 87. In this problem it is 957. So listing of an AP is a challenging job in this particular question. Once you have listed out the AP, the terms of the sequence, remaining steps are very much simpler and easier also. Consider value of A as 174, D as 87 and Tn as 957. Find out what is the value of N. N will be equal to 10. Therefore, there are 10 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 87. Question number 7. For what value of N, the nth term of an AP 63, 65, 67 and the nth term of an AP 3, 10, 17 are equal to each other? In this problem, we have two sequences. So let us consider the two sequences separately. I have given in a tabular form. In the first sequence 63, 65 and 67 and so on, value of A is 63, value of D is 2. Find out what is Tn. Tn will be equal to 61 plus 2n. Mark it as result number 1. Consider the second sequence 3, 10, 17. In this case, value of A is equal to 3 and D is equal to 7 and Tn has to be calculated. The Tn value will be equal to minus 4 plus 7 and mark it as result number 2. In the question it is said that for what value of N, the nth term of the given two sequence are equal to each other. So move to the next slide. Equate result number 1 and result number 2. You will get the value of N as 13. So required nth term will be 13. You can just cross check. For both the given sequence, if you find out the 13th term, that value will be same. Question number 8. Determine the AP whose third term is 16 and seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. So how we used to frame the equation in the quadratic equation chapter. Similarly, frame an equation here. Third term is 16. T3 is equal to 16. That is A plus 2D is equal to 16. Mark it as result number 1. Second equation. Seventh term, that is T7, exceeds the fifth term by 12. So seventh term is T7, fifth term is T5. Seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12 means T7 is equal to T5 plus 12. T7 can be written as A plus 6D and T5 can be written as A plus 4D. After solving this second equation, value of D will be equal to 6. Substitute result number 2 in result number 1 and you will get the value of A is equal to 4. So then you need to list out the required AP, A plus D, A plus 2D and A plus 3D. The terms of an AP are 4, 10, 16, 22 and so on. By this we have completed all the first 8 problems of exercise 10B. Thank you children. Have a nice day.